get into this now because yeah, we see how the millennials are just as bad as the fucking boomers. Yeah, and their worthless degrees. Let's see. Before we really get into that, I thought maybe we'd play this one. AVA Global while we shit chat. Yeah. It's pretty funny. Downloading content. No, shit. Let's see. Let's see my library. Downloading content. How long is this going to take? 5 minutes? Oh, we got 5 minutes to shit chat about these people. Also, got some other interesting stuff about the former English conversation school that I used to work for, and yeah, it's there's some bad business practices that they do, and I like to talk about that. Some of my experience with the James Kaiwa James English Language School in Japan, especially the one in Niigata City. There's two in Niigata here, Niigata Prefecture. There's one in Joetsu, which is kind of near my house, and then there's the other one in Niigata City. And the one I want to talk about mostly is the one in Niigata City, and their bad business practice. I'm just going to share my experiences. How just really bad nightmare stuff that was going on. Um, so yeah, what was I talking about first? I'm just waiting for the content to download for this game, AVA Global. I haven't played this game for a while. I thought maybe we'd chat first before we get into that. Sorry, clearing my throat. I feel like DSP. Don't want to sound like him sniffing. But yeah, I mean, you talk about like the what the boomers did to the millennials and how the millennials end up being worse than the boomers. You know, like the millennials were fighting against war. I mean, the boomers were fighting against having to go to war, but then the millennials go one step further and they want to fight against getting a job and getting kind of real work. So I mean, that's what makes them worse. In that way, they get to sit around and wait for the hope for the socialist utopia where they don't have to work. They can sit around and paint pictures, read poetry, live in their glass aluminum houses, and just play guitar, shit like that. But yeah, I mean, you gotta have to work for a living, you know. But I know the millennials don't want to do that because they think they're special. Yeah, the bailouts too. Don't forget. Yeah, I mean, yeah. They're just waiting for the download speed. Well, that's the only. That's the thing about millennials. They how censorious they are. How they. I mean, supposedly boomers are all about free speech, but millennials are not actually actively. They're actively against free speech. Yeah, they're good at stifling and censoring free speech. They got worse. I mean, to be fair, the boomers were kind of doing that kind of shit too in the late '60s at universities. They were kind of censoring people. But the millennials are worse, especially with politically correctness, as that started to go in the '90s. That was just another way to censor people. Boomer said boomerang. Yeah. So the millennials, are just fighting against free speech in the streets. Oh, we got about a couple more minutes here. So yeah, that's how one metric one characteristic you can say about millennials how they're worse than boomers. Wanting to stifle free speech and censorship, advocating for censorship. Yeah. It's the other thing too is poor parenting too. You compare the parenting of the boomers and parenting to the millennials. The millennials are worse. They just ruin their own children, especially with that gender ideology bullshit. They really ruin people with that. So yeah, they just taken. I mean, the millennials just taken with the boomers and then sort of ratcheted up and kind of turned some of it on its head, but then it just made things worse. How's it going here? Yeah, just refusing to raise their own children. Yeah, I think the boomers didn't they just raise the kids on videotapes? Just placed in front of the TV and just let the videotapes take care of the child. That was a good idea. That turned out real good. Just let the videotapes uh, take care of the child. The millennials do it worse. Give them the iPhone. Here, Gen Z, take an iPhone. That won't fuck you up at all. That won't fuck your cognitive abilities. Not in the least. Yeah, that's just making their lives a living hell. Yeah, I mean the millennials would just let their kids just run amok. Just do whatever you want. Run around restaurants. Your pants off. Man, they're terrible. Yeah, especially like I guess they just the boomers. I mean the millennials have their kids in the apartments and they get kicked out of the apartments because the kids are too loud and screaming. I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. I've experienced that. Lived in apartment buildings near them. Yeah. So what do we got here? Oh, we got about 30 seconds. Yeah. That's the thing. The kids, when they go out into the real world, though, it's a lot different than. I mean, I know some kids like that too. They won't handle the real world once they go out there. Yeah, they'd just be completely just, as you would say, maladapted to the real world. Okay, let's get this going here, and we'll continue discussion. There's lots of other things to talk about. Yeah, much worse than his parents. Mm, mm. Obsessed with politics. Yeah, the millennial. Yeah, especially millennials. They're really bad at. They're really obsessed with politics and race too. Man, they're really obsessed with that shit. Overly obsessive, and it makes it worse. It makes like the Zoomers just get old. Like, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to hear that shit anymore. Uh, yeah, and then they get obsessed with the. Well, yeah, the one thing they're obsessed in politics is the gender ideology, this hermetic death cult. They get really obsessed with that, and that's how the Zoomer kids turn out like so fucked up because they believe this shit that they're born in the wrong body. That's what I said. This is what makes all these things we're talking about. Just makes millennials worse than the boomers. Now it's a good thing though. Millennials have had their time. They're done. They're going extinct. They're no longer relevant. No one really cares about them anymore. They never got their little promise. With their commie Nazi professors told them they promised them go follow your heart, follow the money. Yeah, you go to school, get your degree, get a kick-ass job. Yeah, well, how'd that turn out for you? You got in debt. That's what you got. Didn't expect to manipulate and take advantage of other people's wealth to pay off your loans. Just pay it off yourself now. Get two jobs. Yeah. So, and who knows how Gen Z will turn out? They're not doing too good, especially when they've been. They're the first generation, I think, that had just the that computer technology, the smartphone, iPhone. I mean, it was born into it. They just saw that the first thing. My generation, we kind of gradually grew into computers. Okay. I need to put this on full screen. I want Asia. I got a reward or something. Confirm. What am I confirming here? Oh, I need to go into settings. Yeah, but that window mode. I can't even read this. I don't want window. Full screen mode. I need full screen mode so I can switch over. How come it's not? No. Full windowed mode. Win lobby. I don't know what the hell that is. No. I'm trying to get this stupid thing. Why? That looks terrible. Oh, we need to put it on. Let's put it on that resolution. Oh, there we go. Full screen mode ahead. Confirm. All right, let me go switch to the game now. We're going in. There we go. All right, let's see. What am I doing here? I need to play squad. Let's go squad. There's a gun. I only played this once, I think. What am I doing? Leave the squad. I need to pick. Oh, I don't want that one. That looks good though. Which one do I have there? Is that? Oh, yeah, let's do that one. Arena. Okay. Party interests. Okay. Please enter. Congratulations, clan. The hell am I doing? Man, it's hard to see. This UI is kind of arranged in a cluttered way. Classic, arena. Okay, I don't. Oh, solo. Let's do arena. Okay, let's see. Oh, arena match selected. Okay, now I figured it out. It's just really cluttered, this UI. Okay, so we're waiting for a match to begin, I guess. We can play a couple of matches, I guess. See what happens. Oh, there's music. Ooh, exciting. Okay. Nice, nice. Okay. Let me see what's going on over here. No, it hasn't switched yet. What are we talking about? Yeah, the identity politics. Obsessed with it. Yeah, that's the thing. The millennials were obsessed with their political religion. Yeah, absolutely. Get your kids obsessed with that too. Oh, we're starting in 2 minutes. Wow. Is anyone even playing this game? Yeah, the millennials are into that vegan shit too. Yeah, don't eat that meat. Oh, that's bad. That's the thing too. They also like totalitarian in a way because they really want people to be um they really want to have a monopoly. Having to put their monopoly in their political religion. Bad stuff out there. Reality principles. That's the thing. Yeah. If you want to continue to read a book, if you want to read a book, not continue, but if you like to read a book, I'd recommend How Not to Become a Millennial. What was that? I hear that's a pretty good book. Yeah, reality principle. Eventually, the reality principle is going to come. The reality is going to say, well, you lived throughout your fantasy, your life. You believed all the bullshit that your professors told you, and even your boomer parents told you. But now you got to live in reality. And the millennials too. They're always on some crusade against something. Always, some have some crusade they're fighting. They always think, they're fighting a war against something. And then they find something and they get obsessed with it and they like go on a crusade against it and they won't stop. We're still waiting for a match. I just want to play one match. Press. I don't think there's even anybody here. Does anyone play this game anymore? Let's see if that works. Are there a lot of Chinese hackers on here? I'm not in a clan. Maybe instead of doing arena, I should pick solo, maybe? That's not interesting, though. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Custom. Oh, there's. Whoa. Okay. Yes. Is that the server menu? Jesus. Okay. Let me try solo. I'm gonna be the NRF. Maybe I'll find a match. I don't know. We'll see. If not, we'll switch over to Dave Defeat instead. Because this is just stupid. Who's playing here? I keep seeing people winning prizes, but I don't see anybody. I don't know who they are. 3 minutes left. Supply defeat. Well, this is stupid. Okay. Come on, Joker. Yeah, I think I talked about that millennial bullshit enough. This is good enough. I want to talk about more about that some other stream. But we'll get into the James A. Kiowa thing once we start a match. Okay, this is not going anywhere. This just sucks. There's no one even playing this. Pre-season. Classic. Demolition. Hot. AI Annihilation. How about we do Demolition? There's no mode selected, so you. Let's see. Let's try it. Uh-oh. We have something. This is exciting. Yeah. Okay. Starting game. Whoa, what the fuck is that? Under fat. Didn't I play this one before? All right. Let's switch that. We won't talk about that anymore. Something's wrong here. Why is it not the YouTube stream thing isn't showing the game? Oh, there it goes. Okay, what the fuck's going on? So anyway, oh, finally. Let's see, what team did I pick? Okay, camera.
Enemy down!
I got F1.
Eliminated. Operation failure. Return to main base.
Return to main base. We failed. Wow. What the holy... Are these real players? Oh.
I'm reloading. Fire in the hole.
Okay. Aim up. I have no idea. Oh, what's this guy doing? Oh, there's someone up there. Oops. Purple smoke. Gotta get up there.
Fire in the hole. Enemy
Changing
down.
magazine.
That's my...
Charge set.
I got greedy. Controls for the first time I play this for, I don't know, about a year, I think.
Перезаряжаюсь.
Died on the planet.
Перезарядка магазина.
Charge
Перезаряжаюсь.
defused. Operation failure. Return to main base.
Who lost? Okay, here we go again. They changed their pants.
Enemy down. Reload.
Thanks for the blue smoke. Shit. He just respawned.
Reload.
Changing magazines.
No. That was the DS.
Charge.
So anyway, I was talking about we talked about that last week a little bit today. I think we talked about the James
Charge set.
Iowa School. Exposed bad business practices. And I will tell you about some bad business practices that they did and how they didn't treat their teachers with respect at all. And this is pretty much
Fire in the hole.
universal of all the James Iowas. If you look on Glassdoor reviews or even like Reddit or check the forums, it's pretty much consistent. Their bad behavior and their respect to the the English teachers is pretty universal. Not an outlier, put it that way. So let's see. What are we doing here? So one of the things, I'm just going to tell you a story about what happened to me at James A. Kiowa concerning the guy named Bobby. He's the teacher's manager and then human resources. Shit. That's a good shot. Kawasaki. Now, Kawasaki's an older Japanese woman. She's like a boomer bitch. You know, one of these like company loyalist. You know, you got to be loyal to the company. The company's your second family and all this shit. She really started the bad treatment of the teachers. I'll tell you what happened to me with her. I have to start with her first because she was the worst. So what I did was my first like day or so when I started James A. Kiowa, James English School in Niigata City, I brought some stuff with me. I have my own business. I teach English, guitar, and piano, my own school in the town that I live in. And so I brought some of my stuff from my school to James A. Kiowa. I figured I'd probably use the same stuff. I'll be there full time, so it makes sense.
Eliminated.
At first, this wasn't a
Operation
problem.
failure. Return
Didn't
to
say
main
anything.
base.
But Kawasaki, the boomer bitch, started saying shit about it after like about maybe a week or something, or 2 weeks I was working there. And first she was telling me about, she just would just tell me, move your stuff. You got too much stuff. And so I said, well, I use that stuff. I'm telling her I use it. Oh, nice. Yeah. And so, it was the way she said it, she didn't like say nice. She never explained to me what was going on with it. Why she had a problem with it at all. She never said anything.
Впереди граната!
And so each time she'd tell me, she'd get worse and worse. She'd get more aggressive. So like one day, I felt like the third time harassing me about this.
Обнаружена бомба!
I pointed out that
Enemy
other
troops
teachers
eliminated.
had desks too. I was showing her, going to other desks, and she just told me to shut up. She said, "Stop and shut up." So I told her. I got real frustrated with this because it was like the third time she was harassing me about this, and I finally told her on that third time when she told me to shut up.
I'm reloading!
Ambush. I told her, look, I'm feeling really frustrated right now because I felt frustrated because I didn't know what was going on. She just come in real aggressive and always just kept harassing me about some of my stuff. I just thought, well, other teachers got other stuff on their desk, clutter on their own, other card games and board games and stuff. So what? No big deal. She never say anything. So yeah, and I just say, I feel a little frustrated, and I just sat there.
Eliminated.
Finally, she just left. And then the fourth time was when she threatened me. She threatened to destroy my stuff. She pointed out again, I told you, to move your stuff, and she never say why. Never say why with the problem, and she never say that what the problem was. So I never understood what she was talking, why she was doing this. Retry, leave. What is this? Oh, okay. Let's try another one. And so yeah, the fourth time she just threatened me. She just said, "Look, I'm just gonna throw away your stuff. It's just that you gotta throw away your crap." And so I was talking to her after she did that for a second, and I finally just said, I can tell the conversation wasn't going anywhere, especially after she threatened to destroy my stuff. And I just said, you know what, we need to terminate this conversation like immediately, because the conversation wasn't going anywhere with this. This is human resources lady, Kawasaki, at James A. Kyle. And I told her we need to terminate the conversation because it wasn't going anywhere. You threatened to destroy my stuff. And so I just left. I left the building for like an hour or so, and I got out of there. Didn't want to be around there. Too hot in the kitchen. And so that was at that point, I should have done it. I was going to file a formal complaint of harassment because she was constantly harassing me about my stuff. And I talked to other teachers about it. They didn't care about it. They didn't understand why she was making a big fuss out of it. Let's see. I guess we'll go for demolition again, I guess. Short wait anyway. Yeah. And so that was after she threatened to destroy my stuff, I was going to file a complaint of foreign harassment. So what happened was, just when I was going to do that, Robbie, the teacher's manager, he finally told me about this day they do this cleaning once a year at James A. Kiowa. and he just said, okay, we do a cleaning once a year. The staff comes in during Christmas, and they clean up some stuff. So just kind of move your stuff in one place and put a note on it, so don't accidentally throw it away. Okay, wow. I mean, if that was explained to me in the fucking first place, instead of just like Kawasaki threatening to destroy my stuff, telling me to shut up, making me feel frustrated. If they said this in the first place, that they do this cleaning once a year, just watch the stuff, put a note on it, cover it up. I would have been fine. So he told me, I said, okay, that makes sense. Thanks for telling me now. After like about a couple of months of harassment and threats. So it just got out of hand. I was at that point I was pretty much thinking I was probably gonna stay there for another year. The other thing that happened. See, the other thing one of the things they do a lot there is dismiss you. They're very dismissive of you and your point of view. So you're just always constantly fighting to get in your name. They're listening to you and they're say everything, and they're constantly dismissing everything you say. So like if there's a problem, looks like a Team Fortress character.
Operation success.
So there's a problem. The Mako is her name, the young one, the young secretary. She confronted me with the problem, and it was just a problem. I just went into the wrong room by mistake because, well, it wasn't a mistake, it was on the schedule. That room where my English lesson was supposed to be, but wasn't there, so it was her mistake. She didn't mark the right room. So she comes down in the hall after the lesson and asked me, "Oh, what's going on? How come you went to the wrong room?" And as soon as I started explaining to her why I went to the wrong room, she just pretty much dismissed me. She said, "No." She didn't want to hear anything I had to say. Nothing. She wasn't about why I went to the wrong room.
Friendly troops eliminated.
And so that was a common pattern, especially that Mako bitch did this all the fucking time. Constantly dismissing. Anything I say in response is always met with no. You know, just listen to me, I'm gonna lecture you. It's your fault. And from her, that was from her. She was that was a constant pattern with Mako. Always doing this shit. Always dismissing your point of view. Always. And so, one day, I went to, there's a lot of shit. Typical garbage language school. I do not recommend working there. So I come into work Saturday, and then I do my 2 classes in the morning, and then after that, Mako comes up to me and says, "Oh, by the way, you have a demo class." I go, "Well, it's not scheduled on the schedule." "Oh, I'm sorry, it's last night." He goes, "Well, I'm not really prepared for it." She goes, "Okay,
Operation
okay, the demo class is 11:40." So okay, 11:40, I can do that. And it's only a short lesson. It's like about 20 minutes, she said. That time keep changing all the time. It started out to be a 20-minute demo lesson, then it turned to 30-minute, and then the 40 minutes. So it was constantly changing. Even the time was changing. It started out at 11:40, then it turned out to be 12, then 12:15, and then 12:40. I'm just going, what the fuck is going on? And so what happened was, I did the demo lesson ended up starting at 12:40. So I was pissed. I was looking forward to going home during my lunch break. So I did the lesson. I barely had enough time to get home to have lunch. So I made it back to home. But I was pissed because it went to... So what I did was, I told the student during the demo lesson, she's an adult student, and I told the student, I said, "Look, I usually eat lunch at this time. I'm usually at home having lunch. And she was all, oh, I'm really sorry to hear that. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I'll let James know or something like that. Well, let's put it this way. James Akoe, Mako and Bobby, this pedophile freak, and Kawasaki, they didn't like this at all that I said this to the student. I told the student, hey, I am supposed to have lunch right now, and
Shot set.
Kawasaki, Bobby got so fucking pissed. And let me tell you what happened. What they did. And so I told the student during the demo lesson about I'm supposed to have lunch at this time. And she was all, I'm sorry about that. And so after the lesson was what was
Operation failure. Return to main base.
No, it was the following week. It was like Tuesday, I think. No, it was Wednesday. So Wednesday, I figured they forgot all about it. Who fucking cares? This is a demo lesson anyway. I wasn't even supposed to do it. It wasn't even scheduled. It wasn't scheduled on my schedule. It was just last minute. All of a sudden. So the one thing that I noticed about it before I started that demo lesson, I got to go back first before I get to the Wednesday thing when Bobby confronted me. Robbie, where the fuck is pedophile's name is? Who cares? Bobby, Robbie, same shit. Let me try again. So what happened was, when I, what the fuck happened? I lost my train of thought here. There's too much stuff. Too many nightmare stories. What they do, where they're terrible. How they treat people. Oh, so is that? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I think I still got some coffee here. Hey, that'll help. I'm gonna do another match and go to DOD. Probably. Let's see. Solo. Let's do demolition again. This sucks. I'm not very good at this game. I'm not good at telling stories either. But that's fine. And it's about the demo lesson. Now, oh yeah, that's what I was going to talk about. How the Mako, this bitch, lied to me about the student. She told me the demo lesson was going to start at 11:40. It didn't start at 11:40. She goes, okay, it's going to start at 11:50. So apparently the student hadn't shown up yet, which was a lie. It turned out to be a lie because I went out to the hallway, to the bathrooms, and I see, who do I see? I see Mako talking with the student at about 12:10. Mako comes back into the classroom by herself. The student is still somewhere in the bathroom or something. And she tells me, oh, the student hasn't appeared yet. I go, she just lied. She was talking with the student in front of the toilet. But she lied and said at 12:10, she said, oh, the student's not here yet. She hasn't appeared. Bullshit. So the lesson was supposed to start at 11:40. So it starts at 12:40 instead. So I don't know what kind of drugs Mako was doing. I don't know what the fuck was going on. I have no idea why she lied about this and just scheduled this demo lesson with just last second. I don't understand that. So Wednesday, come Wednesday, let's flash forward. So we got past the lie. Mako, the secretary bitch, lied about the student not being there. The student was there. So Wednesday comes, and Bobby, the pedophile pervert, the teacher's manager, confronts me about it. So
enemy troops eliminated.
He asked me about it.
Operation success. Return
Trying
to
to think
main
what he
base.
said
Your
first.
efforts
Oh
are
yeah.
commended.
Okay. So first, what he did was he confronted me about it. Now he tried to apologize for it, about scheduling a demo lesson at the last thing. He tried to apologize for it, but it was a very strained and a half-assed apology. It was like kind of like, well, I'm kind of like, I guess I'm kind of something sorry a little bit, but and then he completely negates his apology and it says, well, you know, it happened. Yeah. So that's the first thing. He just tried to apologize. It was just a shit apology. He wasn't sorry at all about it. And then he dismisses his apology by saying, well, it just happens. Okay, first of all, I'm just saying, what a jerk. I mean, why don't you just apologize? Say, I'm really sorry. That's not going to happen again, and how can we make it up to you? No, it was, I guess I'm sorry.
Friendly troops eliminated.
Then he starts intimidating.
Reload.
He starts getting right in my face, right in my fucking face practically, and saying, you know, you shouldn't have said that to the student. I'm really disappointed. He's right in my fucking face, saying this shit, and he kept getting closer. He kept saying it over and over again. How he was disappointed. He goes, well, I guess my disappointment doesn't matter to him. My disappointment that I had a very short lunch break, and you just lied about the student not being there, and then you just scheduled this lesson at the last minute. I guess I wasn't disappointed. I guess your disappointment. I'm disappointed that you told the student, that you complained to the student about it. Oh, that's interesting. I complained to the student about your bad business practices, about how you did not schedule me enough time to have lunch. You scheduled this lesson at the last second, cut into my lunchtime, and I normally go to lunch at that time because I checked the schedule the day before, and there was no demo lesson, so I was looking forward to going to lunch. And scheduled that. They didn't know if I had any plans, so they just scheduled this demo lesson without even asking. But he's disappointed. And so I'm about getting pissed off about this guy,
Operation
Bobby.
failure. Return to main base.
He just doesn't apologize right, and then he just gives me some shit about how he's disappointed. Then he says, after he intimidates me, gets in my space and tells me how he's disappointed that I told the student about their... Well, the thing is, let me backtrack about the violating the contract. According to the contract, James Aikawa contract, if
It's the enemy.
they do something, if according to James Aikawa's contract, they say if James Aikawa does anything that violates the law or anything, you let them know about it. And okay, well you violated
Fire in the hole.
my lunch break. You're supposed to give me ample time for lunch, and it's funny that the contract doesn't say anything at all about proper lunch. I think maybe it says you should get an hour. I think.
Troops eliminated.
So the contract's kind of
Operation
vague.
failure. Return to main base.
You know, you got to give the teacher ample time to have their lunch, you know. You can't just schedule things last minute and expect them, you know. Oh, don't just eat some grass or something. You'll be fine. And so he reminds me. He says the following week I have another demo lesson that I was supposed to plan for, right? And he told me, he goes, after he intimidated me, how he was disappointed, got in my face. He told me.
I'm reloading.
C4 down.
Let me finish this. He told me, he goes, okay now, Eric, now next week you have another demo lesson. Now, you sure you're gonna be okay? You sure you're gonna have enough time to eat your little food and before the demo lesson so you don't complain about it to the student? And I'm just sitting there listening to this asshole being so fucking condescending. First he threatens, first he's intimidating. Then he just belittles and just says stupid shit like that. Oh, you sure you get enough time to have your food? Sure you have enough time? And I just sat there and I just was thinking, I don't know. I said out loud, I said, I was going to say something to that asshole. I was really close to call him a son of a bitch. Because that's terrible. That's awful. I mean, it's like, what the fuck? We're entitled to have at least an hour lunch. If we're there from 12 p.m. until 9 p.m. every fucking day, we're entitled to have a fucking lunch. Okay, asshole? You don't get to belittle people and say, you didn't have enough time to have your little food. So you can, you don't complain to the student about our illegal practices here. That's what it was. They didn't like it because I exposed them for their violation of the contract. But I thought you're supposed to let them know when they violate a contract, so they go ahead and change it, but that they're full of shit. Oh, I don't know who killed him. Cheated. Yeah. So that was when I was at my wit's end. I just decided then that I'm not coming back to this shithole again when they treat me like this.
It's the enemy.
So they're just constantly dismissive of you. They totally disrespect you. They threaten you. Kawasaki threatened me, threatened to destroy my stuff, and intimidating me. And he's all like, "Whoa, you sure you're gonna have enough time for
Charge
your food?"
defused.
So you sure you're not gonna complete this visit? I just kind of went, I don't know, and I just kind of was like, I don't know. That's what I was saying out loud to him, and he got all pissed off, and he goes, "Okay, then," and just left the room. Okay, we'll retry it. We'll do. Let's go to let's switch. Let's go standby. Let's exit. And let's go play some Day of Defeat while we get this. I'll continue. There's more horror stories at James Aikai. There's more fucking horror stories like this. And it's not just me, it's other teachers. Where is it? Okay, Day of Defeat. There we go. Let me get that started. 1,000 kills. Sport class. Nice. Yeah, let me get started in this game. I'll tell you another ones that they did. So we have, and so what I did, so there's another, and let me tell you this other story that happened. And this is the thing with their schedule thing. Their schedule is so fucked up. They just keep changing it every fucking day. It's like when you leave, you check the schedule. When you leave to go home, you check the schedule, and you think that's what schedule is going to be the next day, but it isn't. You come in and it's already changed. So what the fuck? I was making plans. I was making plans to have lunch too, and they'll schedule lessons like right during, dinner. It's like, well, I'm supposed to fucking eat, How am I fucking supposed to eat when I'm here, 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. You give me like, okay, well, you didn't really give me much time here. It's this typical shit, man, these places. And so, one day, it was toward the end before I quit. It was a Friday, and I was leaving my Friday to go teach some classes and then go home. I checked the schedule before I left. And there's no other classes for the rest of the day. So I go to the kindergarten, teach at the kindergarten, then I go home. So that's exactly what I did. So the next day I come into work, and the bitch Mako confronts me. He says, you missed a class yesterday. And I thought, that's bullshit. I know that's bullshit. I checked the schedule before I left. There was no class. She goes, no. I go, yes. I go, I checked the schedule, and I was damn positive there was no class after my kindergarten. That's why I went home. And so she's and I tell her, and she kept dismissing me, kept saying, no. I go, what, are you dismissing my experience? I know what I experienced there. I saw the schedule. There was no class after the kindergarten. That's why I went home. And so she's dismissive again. She didn't say anything. And I said, look, I was thinking to myself, look, bitch, look, if that was true, if there was a class scheduled for after the kindergarten, why didn't you send me a message online? I had a line message, and she sent me messages before online to remind me of schedule changes or anything like that. She never did. So I told her, I goes, if this is true, what you're saying is true, and that there was a lesson after the kindergarten, why didn't you send me a message? Why didn't you call me or anything? I just dropped the mic. I said that, dropped the mic, and I just left. I just left her sitting there with a dick in her hand. That's when and then after that was the Wednesday thing with Bobby and this stupid, him intimidating. That's when I decided I was going to leave. So I'm getting the fuck out of here. This place is just constantly doing this. Not to mention the traffic. Seriously? Oh, did I get killed by somebody was hiding in the wall? Oh no, he's in the staircase. So that's typical of what happens at that place, at James Aikiwa. It's really bad. The Bobby, the teacher's manager, he's terrible manager. Incompetent is what he's doing. How can I best on it? Now let me tell you how incompetent this guy is. I was supposed to do a demo lesson with a student. And so instead of letting me plan the lesson, he calls me in for another meeting. That's the thing they love. They love the meetings at James Aikiwa. And they have these meetings to make up for the lack of training. Because they're so fucking lazy and incompetent, they don't offer any comprehensive training to the teachers. Instead, they have, let's have another meeting. And these meetings are like an hour long, and they're boring as fuck. They go on and repeat the same thing over and over again. It's like, Jesus, maybe if you had some comprehensive training in the fucking first place, you wouldn't have to have so many meetings about you know? So I'm supposed to do this demo lesson, and I thought, okay, I know how to do demo lessons. I've done plenty of those for a student, millions of them. First of all, when they said demo lesson, the first thing that popped in my head was, oh, I'm going to do a video presentation. No, that wasn't. I'm so used to hearing that word, demo lesson. I thought, oh, I record a demo. But no, it's actually, you're just demonstrating the lesson to the student who's interested, prospective student. And so I figure, oh, I can do that. That's no problem. I've done millions of those. That's easy peasy. So instead, he calls me in for a meeting. You know what happens during this meeting? Of course, it's an hour long, bore fest. And he goes over the same things a million times. So what he does is, he plans the entire lesson. He's planned the whole fucking lesson for me. So that's funny. I thought I was supposed to plan this lesson. But he's over there planning the lesson. Here's what we're going to do. So the first thing I thought of, now what they told me, what Mako and Bobby told me about this student was that this student, this new Japanese student, supposedly never had any experience with English, supposedly. And he's an elementary student. And the first thing I thought was, that's bullshit. If he's an elementary student, he has some experience with English because he has to have an ALT. There's got to be an assistant language teacher at the elementary school where the student is going. So I figure, oh, he's got to have some experience, right? So the first thing I asked them when they told me about this elementary student, when Bobby and Mako tell me about this elementary student demo lesson, I go, oh, does he have an ALT? Who's his ALT at the school? They sit there and looked at it dumbfounded. So I was like, what ALT? What's that? Is that like a BLT or something? But it has avocado and lettuce on it? Yeah, that's what they looked at. And I was thinking, these people have a functional brain. And so I sit there and I thought, well, if he hasn't had any experience with English yet, maybe we should get him started with like one of the early textbooks. No, what does Bobby do? He suggests book 3 of Let's Go, like chapter 4 about occupations. I sat there and looked at him. I go, are you fucking retarded, buddy? Are you really this fucking retarded? This kid doesn't have any experience with English, and the first thing you need to teach him for a demo lesson is occupation? It's not called jobs. The unit was called occupations. I went, what the fuck? This is just retarded shit. I wouldn't have had the students start that way at all. I would have said like, Let's Go 1 or something, like lesson 2 or 3 or something, where they're introducing like, what's this? Because I was thinking, if the Japanese elementary student who was like 5th grade, he was 5th grade, his experience with English is probably like, what's this? Hello, how are you? How's the weather? Can you? How many? He's probably got that under his belt already by 5th grade. Just simple, basic English expressions. Oh no, Bobby. Oh, he suggests book 3 of Let's Go, chapter 3, occupation. I just went, what the fuck? And so he takes this information with him into the room for the meeting, and Bobby, or Robbie, where the fuck his name is, doesn't matter. He's the team leader, teacher leader. He goes into the meeting room and he proceeds to plan the whole lesson for me. Here's what we're gonna do first. We're gonna do this next. Is this okay for you? And after we were done, I sat there and I was thinking, why am I teaching the fucking lesson? I go, Robbie, why didn't you teach the fucking lesson? Since this is your lesson, asshole. You planned the whole fucking thing for me. Why am I even doing what the fuck is this? God, what an asshole. And so what I did was, after he was finished with his boring talk, that's very good. You okay? Are you okay with that? So after he plans the whole lesson, he asked me for an activity. I suggest one activity. And he acts all like, oh, I don't know what to do. I guess we could put it here. So that was my only contribution to the demo lesson. Was just one activity that he kind of had a problem with anyway. I don't know where to put it. Let's put it at the beginning. Okay, whatever, asshole. And so I come back the next day to work. I'm already pissed off, thinking, I'm probably just gonna do my own lesson anyway. Fuck this guy. So I look into my little inbox, and I see the demo lesson all typed out for me. Yeah, Robbie had typed out the entire lesson for me. I went, no, I'm not doing this. And he wrote this stupid shit on the paper too, like this big deal. Spend about 2 minutes here, and just about 3 minutes, nothing over 4 minutes. And at the very end of it, the lesson he marks on the sheet there, he says, and don't forget to, with the big smile, escort the student out into the lobby and say thank you. I'm going, what the fuck is wrong with you, Robbie? What is fucking wrong with you? He's not a patient in a fucking hospital, asshole. He's a fucking student. You don't treat him like a patient, like he's a mental patient. And you're, okay, this is a chair. Now sit down and relax. So I took his typed out lesson. This is what I did to Robbie's lesson. I took his typed out lesson. I brought it home with me. I wiped my ass on it, and then I ripped it up and threw it in the fucking garbage. I said, I'm not doing your piece of shit lesson, asshole. So I just planned my own demo lesson from scratch. And I just wrote down a few things, what I was going to do, and that was it. It was going to be my own lesson, the way I normally do it, and I felt good about it. I didn't feel good about doing his lesson because it was his lesson. He planned the whole thing, so why am I even here? What am I even teaching this lesson? This is obviously your lesson, Robbie. You teach the lesson. So it's like, again, a total disrespect to the teacher. Total disrespect to the teacher. Don't even respect their experience. No confidence in the teacher at all. And that, like I said, that was one of the many the stories at these Eikaiwas like this. Because I've worked at another Eikaiwa, other language school a long time ago. It didn't treat me like that. It was just a smaller school, and they just kind of let me do my own thing. But yeah, god damn. I mean, if you're thinking about teaching in James Eikaiwa, don't. Avoid like the fucking plague. So let me get again, the human resources person, Kawasaki, is a boomer bitch. She expects you to be loyal to the company. In one of the meetings she had, she told me during the meeting, she told me about other future meetings. She said, these meetings take priority. I go, no, they don't. I told her during the meeting, I said, they don't take priority. That this isn't 1956, bitch. This company isn't my family. If I have an emergency, a family emergency, or something to do with the family, I'm taking the family phone call over your meetings any day. I do whatever the hell I want. Yeah, she's the fucking worst. One of the worst resource managers I've ever worked for. Her bitch's name was Kawasaki. And once again, the teacher's the teacher's leader is Robbie, and then the secretary Mako. Yeah, this bitch. Mako was the immature one. She always just dismissive. Everything you say. How can you went in the wrong room? Well, because it showed in this. No. You listen to me lecture. That's all she wants to hear out of you, is to shut the fuck up and listen to her lecture about why you went to the wrong room. And she didn't like it when I confirmed about the fact that there was no lesson on that day. There was no lesson at the end of the day. She got so fucking pissed off. She didn't even give me eye contact or anything when I told her. She goes, look, if that was true, there was supposed to be a lesson after the kindergarten. Well, why didn't you send me a line message then? Oh, mic drop, leave. I got more horror stories. I got more horror stories at James Kaiwa and these other places. Yeah, I think that Kaiwas are the worst. Like I said, if you want to teach at an Kaiwa, a small, work at a small language school. Work at a small language school. You probably get better experience with it, and it's more personal, and there's not as you get time to prepare, and you'll get a set student, a set schedule. That's it. But it's not just James Kaiwa either. It's just Eon, it's Geos, Nova. They're all the fucking same. Amity. They're all the same kind of crap. They all do the same thing. Yep. So, yeah. So that's some of my experiences. I have more horror stories. And I'm not the only one who has these horror stories. You can just check Glassdoor or any other review sites. It's all going to be the same. Poor pay. The pay isn't very good, especially nowadays. You need a hell of a lot more money than just $2,700 a month. Jesus fucking Christ. But with the workload, with like James Kaiwa, the workload is just heavy workload, but there's no real work, so to speak. You're not really preparing for the class. You just go in about 10 minutes before your lesson starts, grab your folder, the student's folder, and the textbook, and that's it. That's it. You're prepared. There's no like, oh, sit at the computer and create activities. Nope. They just grab the folder, grab the textbook, you're ready to go. Nova's the same way too. No preparation at all. So you don't create anything meaningful for the students. Whoa, laggy shit. I didn't get anybody with my grenade. Having a hard time here, folks. Always having a hard time. Yeah, so I know you'll see the jobs listed. You never see. I'll do 4. You never see James Kaiwa. You never see it on Gaijin Pod anymore. You used to see that one a lot. It always used to be on there. High turnover rate. The place that I see now is on Indeed or Hello Work. And Hello Work, it's not called James Kaiwa. It's called Educo. Yeah, they call themselves Educo. And they engage in bad business practices. They congest the schedule. They don't give you really time for dinner. It's grindy hours. And obviously they get pissed when you point out they're doing something illegal, which is really ironic because in the contract it specifically says if there's anything illegal that we're doing against the contract, let us know and we'll fix it. Well, I did let you know, and you didn't fucking fix it, fucking liars. There's nothing over here, guys. No, well, there is now. So yeah, that's and they're never held accountable. They're not aware of their bad behavior, especially the human resources Kawasaki. She's a horrible person, absolute fucking horrible person. She just looks down at you all the time, harassing you. She doesn't know how to talk. She doesn't have any communication skills whatsoever. Nothing. Her idea of communication is to come in and just bark a bunch of orders at you, very aggressive, baring your teeth. You talk back, she tells you to shut up. And if you continue, she'll threaten to destroy your stuff. So it's like, this is her just old bitch, crusty old, dried up bitch. And the thing with like the teachers managers, I think I said this last week, like someone like Robbie, or Bobby, they keep wanting to call Bobby all the time. Reminds me of that character in Chauncey, the gardener, being there. He's supposed to be the teacher's manager, but all he is was just a former teacher. That's it. And he does this extra work for just an extra $100. The teacher's manager, just an extra $100. Shit, incompetent, completely incompetent. The guy doesn't know what the hell he's doing. I mean, get some training in there. Train the people first. They don't even have any training. They just let's have another meeting, and then they train you during the meeting. They expect you to understand it. Just after one meeting, it's like, no, that's not how that works, buddy. They're lazy. All right. And the teachers they hire at these places, my God, are they like pedophiles or something? What's going on with these teachers they hire? These language schools, they all look like some creepy perverts. Like they're trying to run away from something, trying to hide, come to Japan and be and hide. I'm gonna go to Japan and be an English teacher, so I can hide from the police or something. They hire all these weird, creepy pedophiles to work in these Iowas. And they're the most boring. These teachers they hire at these conversation schools, they're fucking boring. God, I mean, it's just like, I've listened to their lessons, and they just talk with a very quiet voice. And they always say the same stupid shit too. Hi, how are you? No energy. Oh, did you have a good weekend? It's the same old fucking crap. No energy, no entertainment value at all. I mean, these students come in. These students are either at work all day, because they mostly teach adults, or they're at school all day. So do you really fucking think they want to sit and come and listen to some boring pedophile? Go, how are you? Very good, very nice. The students don't want to hear that. They want to be entertained for an hour. And all the teachers at James Aikai are fucking boring. God, I just couldn't believe, just no energy. You got to keep it interesting, People don't want to. Wish I record their lessons. We can react to that because it's just boring. It's Friday night. It's Friday. They're still going. Oh, no, they're finished. No, see, they got finished at 9 o'clock. So they've been finished for a while. They've spent about 40 minutes. And you won't come home until like 9:30 anyway. This is fucking grind. Yeah, those teachers, my goodness. They just dig them up from the bottom of the barrel. Yeah, that's the thing. They just don't understand the entertainment value of teaching English. You gotta make jokes. You also gotta make the lesson last. You gotta make the lesson book last. Don't just burn through the book and be done with it in like a month. You gotta make it last, you know. I got so good at doing it, especially like with the adult students, I can spend a whole hour on just half a page in the textbook. I get so good at doing it. I've done it so much. But these guys just burn through these pages and like people are doing like they're doing like 2 pages a lesson or something. You got to make the lesson last, you know. You can spend a half a page. You get to know those textbooks. The textbooks are all the same, you know. They all use the same kind of format, so it's really easy to know what the expectations are on the textbook. I can introduce the topic and go through the vocabulary. Even go through some of the lessons before I even open it. Teach like a business class of like 7 students. I can just easily just go through half a page and just talk about what's in the textbook before even having opened the textbook. And I'll pretty much cover like half of the unit in the textbook just in that 2 hour. I'm doing a 2-hour business class. You gotta focus on the entertainment, man. You gotta focus on. So yeah, that's a warning to you that's exposed. If you want to know more bad business practices, I can go through it. But yeah, you need to know what's going on at these schools and how they're engaging in bad business practices. You really need to know that if you're going to teach English there. I hope you see this video and be warned. If you're going to teach English, either teach at a public school through like JET program, or at an Eikaiwa, a small conversation school. Yeah, you want to teach at a small one. Yeah, something that has like one school only, not a branch. You don't want to teach it like like Amity or Eon or James or any of these big branch franchise schools. You want to teach at a smaller one. And yes, if you go to Glassdoor and read the reviews for James Eikaiwa, it's not just Miyagi-kin that's bad. It's all the Eikaiwas are bad. Except for Joetsu wasn't bad. I taught at James Eikaiwa Joetsu. It was better, only because I was teaching there part-time. And the people were generally nice and easy to get along with. A lot easier than the ones in Niigata City. James Eikaiwa and Niigata City Chuo. Oh God, it's awful. But the Joetsu one is not bad. It's clean. It's bigger space. It's more relaxed. You don't get paid as much though. I don't really have anything to say about the James Eikaiwa in Joetsu. Well, as soon as this one's over, maybe we'll go do Dirty Bomb. So I'm kind of done ranting and raving about that. Cover all the bullshit there. Let's enjoy it. It's Friday night. What's going on with something very slow in my head. Oh boy. So yeah. Yeah, we were just reading over the contract for James Aikiwa, and it is very odd that they don't mention hour break. I recall they're not mentioning that. Because if you're working there from 12 to 9, you're entitled at least an hour break for lunch. And then you go home. They don't include that in there. I don't see that. Well, that's a violation. Now, the job I work at now is not an English job. I work close to home. It's only a couple minutes away. And it's just Japanese. No foreigners. And so far, I've been there for well over 2 months, and I find it a much more enjoyable experience. I haven't had any communications problems. Even though my Japanese kind of sucks, I make an effort, and I still get the points across. And I'm still able to do the job and get our work done. But it's all just Japanese. It's a real job. We just work from 8 until 4:30. No grind. Stress, a lot more relaxing, stress-free. Whenever there's a little problem, like a misunderstanding or something, they'll let you know about it. Not the other place. Well, I mean, for the James Aikiwa. There was a little problem or request from a teacher and a Japanese teacher. We would know about it right away. They told me, but when it was suddenly here, James Aikiwa, and he got to city, they would never tell you shit. I didn't when I for like the first 3 months during my probation in James Aikiwa, and he got to city, I had no idea if I was doing anything right or wrong. No one ever said anything. For 3 months, no one said shit. I go, well, that's weird. When I worked at the other place in Joetsu, they were always telling me, that about a couple of minutes after I was done with the lesson, there's a problem or there's a request. It's weird. That's the other thing too about even like public schools in Japan. If there's a problem, you're not going to hear about it for about a month. Like if you actually wear your jeans to school or something, you won't even hear about that. They won't tell you that shit for a long time. You might not find out it for like about 2 months. And of course your HR manager, whatever, team manager at the headquarters of the dispatch company, they'll tell you, oh, everything's fine. There's nothing wrong here. You're good. Everybody likes you. 3 months later, oh, you're fired. What? You wore jeans to school once. What the fuck? You told me nothing was wrong. Well, that's in the morning, nothing was wrong. In the afternoon, there was a problem. So it's weird. They won't tell you. They won't tell you shit at those public schools. They won't tell you shit for a long time. There's some problem or issue. And you probably won't find out about it like months later and you get fired. So yeah, they're not very good at communicating. and your supervisor or manager, teacher manager, they're not supportive at all. They will not support you. And you don't get the support at these places. They're not going to give you it. They're gonna support themselves. If you fuck up, they're glad that you fuck up. They're gonna let you know you fuck up, and you'll never get to hear the end of it either that you fucked up. But if they fuck up, they're gonna try to blame it on you as much as they possibly can. And it's always like that. It's always like that. They make a mistake, they try to put it on you, try to figure out you made the mistake. And if you actually do make a mistake, you'll never get to hear it. They'll be happy about, oh, hey, you made a mistake, haha. Get penalized. So they're very good at pointing out when you make a mistake, but not when you point out their mistakes. And all these people, no matter where you're at, last school, James英会話, they're incompetent people. All right. We're going to be doing this match for a long time, I think. How many people? It's full server tonight, boys. Now, the job I work at now, this is actually my very first, like, real Japanese job. It's a real job, not English teaching. So I have no idea how this is going to play. Is it going to play out nice? Is something going to happen? I don't want anything to happen, but I don't know. But teaching English, still always something happens. You get accused of harassment or get complaints. You don't know what the hell. You do know what's going to happen because that always happens. Always get some complaints. Hello there, sir. Whoops. Well, it's almost 10 p.m. I hope we capture some stuff soon. We're kind of at a stalemate now. We're not getting a bridge. I think that's pretty good. Oh, lag. Let's switch over to Dirty Bomb then. Screw this. Yeah, it's just gonna last forever. Let's go over to Dirty Bomb, and then we'll do Wolf ET at the end. I think Wolf ET should be really crowded. Let me check what it's like now on the FA server, because it might be really crowded. It's Friday night. It should be. That's not too bad. So we'll do a couple of matches here. And then head on over to Wolf ET. Boom, ba bum, ba bum, bum, bum. Ba bum, ba bum, bum. Starting Dirty Bomb. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Here we go. Well. Play. Server browser. Oh, wow. No. Let me show the game. It's like 18 of 32 on there. Okay. Trixie's bum 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 bum. Let's go. That's pretty crowded. Now there's 19 of 32. Come on, let's fill up the server. Okay. Man, this is always so slow.
Need a medic.
All right. Do. There we go. Castle objective locked. Oh, I need F. Hard to see that. Oh, finally. Well, there's no stamina. Where the fuck am I going here? It's the wrong way. Are we defending?
Ammo station going here.
Oh, we haven't. Oh. No. I haven't played on this server for a long time. Bomb Bombu, Trixie. Explosive everywhere if you're not dodging. Beer donations. Okay. Oh, we're thinning. Dun dun dun. Okay, just went around in circles.
They repaired the EV. Stop them reaching the tower.
Put it in me. They time reset. They got an extra 4 minutes. Spacebar attack.
EV is offline. Keep it that way, if you please.
For 3 minutes?
EV repaired. Don't let them get it to the tower.
Okay.
We disabled their EV. Don't let them repair it. They repaired the bloody EV. Stop it from reaching the tower.
Dunka.
That EV gets no closer, you understand? Knacker it and keep it knackered. EV repaired. Don't let them get it to the tower. EV is offline. Keep it that way, if you please.
Yeah, if you're thinking about coming here to teach English and pay off student loans, it's not going to work out the way you think.
I reload.
It will not work out the way you think.
They repaired
You're
the
going to
EV.
need to work
Stop them
like
reaching
2
the
jobs
tower.
to do that. I didn't have a problem with this dude.
That EV gets
that.
no closer, you understand? Knacker it and keep it knackered.
Although I did work 2 different jobs.
They repaired the bloody EV. Stop it from reaching the tower.
You know, and that made me a lot of money. I mean, you'll save some money, but not a lot. It really isn't worth the plane trip and the apartment.
Defend the reactor controls. Don't let them plant C4.
Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, because you're gonna spend the money on the plane trip, the flight, and then the apartment. More ridiculous. And then, of course, you'll be spending on food and gas and all that stuff. Cell phone usage. Yeah, you'll have some money left at the end of the month, but not a lot. And rent is expensive, especially around Tokyo. It's very expensive, even for a single apartment. And a lot of these dispatch companies and other companies won't really help you much with the money. I think James helped us. No. Well, we found the apartment. I think they did help us a little bit. But not much, though. It's not a lot. Because the apartment we got wasn't furnished. But if you get one of those Leo Palaces, yeah, they're furnished. Who the fuck did that? Someone shoot me? Man, we're I don't care. I didn't kill anybody. And you're most likely, I mean, you'll probably be at a school, in a place where you don't need a car.
They planted at the reactor
It's better
controls.
to have a car.
Defuse it.
And get your license. I mean, actually get your Japanese license. Don't fuck around and have an international driver's license. None of these companies like that shit when you do that. That's so fucking stupid. Just get your Japanese driver's license when you come here. Either transfer it from a country that drives on the left side or approved by the Japanese government, or just do the work and pay a little money, do some driving lessons, You'll study from somebody. That's what I did when I got my Japanese driver's license. I went to a private driving instructor that was right across the street from the driving center where I was going to take the
They're
test.
stealing all controls. You have one bloody job.
Let's see the next map. And so just do that. Take some lessons. I highly recommend taking some lessons, driving lessons, to get your driver's license. It's helpful. It's very helpful, and you'll pass your test the first time. And they'll walk you through everything. So it's good. Yeah, I got lucky. It was good. I didn't get lucky. I mean, I paid a lot of money for those lessons, but it was worth it. The other thing, if you're gonna have to have car payments, you can get like a pocket car. Underground. Yeah. Let's just go to Wolf ET. I don't feel like playing Underground. Played enough of that. It's just the same maps over and over again. All right. Yeah, it's so much easier to have a car here. Not in around Tokyo, though, or those bigger cities. Not. All right. Wolf ET. Oh, yeah. I thought maybe I can share my map with you with the sound, but no. It's missing some trees. We'll save that for next time. I still have to finish compiling it. All right, let's finish tonight. Last game of the renting Friday night. Dun, 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 dun. Recruiting Riverport. It's not so crowded right now. Bum 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 bum. I'll go ahead and be a medic. Okay, we're starting. Wow, what the? What happened? You gotta be kidding. Seriously? Where the hell is everybody? Wait a minute. When I checked... Yeah, no, there it is. They didn't like this map. Yeah, what the hell? The server just died. Let me see how TM is doing. TM, I think, looks better.
Dynamite planted.
Yeah, TM is really crowded. Well, we're going to TM then. You just got to be careful with that map.
Need a medic. Killing spree.
Yeah, this is dead. Let's see. Legacy. Play. We're going to go to TM, and it's on special delivery. Let me check. Oh, Italy. It's on Italy now. Wait a minute. Is there? Man, there's some people on FA2? Let me check that. Oh, there are. It's almost full. They don't have them. Let's go to FA2 then. Screw this. I was going to go to TM, but FA2 doesn't look so bad. Yeah, it's kind of a little bit better. And now it's gonna get even better with my join. Okay. There we go.
They have constructed a command post. He is damaged.
Yeah. Okay, now it's better than.
Construct the command post. We need a medic.
There you go. Revived you, sir.
Command post constructed. We're gaining ground.
Got the command post.
Double kill.
They have damaged our command post.
There again. Must be some
Losing ground. We need a medic.
covert ops. Must be.
We're gaining ground. Need a medic. He is damaged.
What? Okay.
Hold your fire.
Let's vote. Snatch 3. Frostbite. Ammo depot. I have no idea what that is. Let's try that one. Okay, I voted. Ammo depot. Let's go ammo depot. Okay. Ah, no. Okay.
Hello. Hello.
Huh. What?
Negative.
Jeez.
Hello.
They shuffled the team.
Hi. Hold your fire.
It's actually, this server's doing better than.
Hello. Don't let them. Don't let them. Don't let them. Don't let them. Don't let them capture the forward bunker.
Don't let them. Don't let them. Let's stop them from capturing the forward bunker.
Whoops. Dynamite planted. Dynamite planted.
What? Wow, I know FA is just dead right now. Yeah, all these bots, only like about 8 players total.
Construction completed. Protect the gold. Objective destroyed. Objective destroyed. Need a medic.
Keep your aim up. Up around the head. Move.
Incoming. Objective taken. They have taken the first gold crate.
Hmm.
Double kill.
All right.
Incoming.
Yeah.
Double kill.
Oh, they already
Objective
constructed
taken.
the thingamabop.
Killing spree.
Huh? No, you're supposed to be throwing med packs, not bullets.
Gold crate returned. Objective secured. Objective
Double
taken.
kill.
They have taken the first gold crate. Rampage. Yeah, negative. Objective taken. Triple kill. Objective taken.
Very slow recharge on this server. Wow. Let's do. Gib.
Double kill.
Hey, we got another person in spec gonna join.
Double kill.
First gold crate returned. Objective secured. Objective taken.
Huh?
They have taken the first gold crate. Great shot.
Yeah, Mr. Mouse.
Incoming.
Man,
You're welcome.
Double kill.
it's hard to keep it steady with a loose mouse. I try using the stiff mouse setting and just, oh god, I couldn't do it.
Double kill.
Kept picking up the mouse all the time.
We need a medic. Danke.
Killing spree.
Yeah, if you want to check if they're spies or not, just look at your command map.
Need a medic.
It'll show up. Huh?
Danke. Need a medic. Oops. I'm an engineer. Danke, sir.
Double kill.
First gold crate
Double
returned.
kill.
Objective secure. Objective taken. They have taken the first gold crate.
Huh.
The enemy is weakened.
Luckily, this is a short map.
First gold crate returned. Objective secure. Need a medic. Negative. Danke. Clear the path.
Take my steak and eggs.
Objective taken.
Whoops.
Taken the first gold crate. Affirmative. Great shot. Danke. Thank you.
Double kill.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Nice.
Objective taken.
You got him? I didn't see that.
First gold crate returned. Objective secure. Objective taken. They have taken the first gold crate.
Double kill.
Negative.
I'll never get up to 10,000 XP. I got Monty.
First gold crate returned. Objective secure. Need a medic. Objective taken. They have taken the first gold crate.
Whoa. shots in there. Oh, flavor. Whoa, shit.
Incoming! Incoming! We need a medic. 9!
Double
Incoming! Yeah.
Double kill.
Great shot! Yes. Thank you.
First gold crate returned. Objective secure. Objective taken. They have taken the first gold crate.
Oops.
I'm a med. Sorry.
Double
Objective taken.
Danke.
Man, why did they kill him? He's running right past him.
Double kill. Double kill.
Damn it. Oh, I got a double kill.
Negative.
It was a little delayed announcement.
Hello.
Boom.
They need a field. Need a medic.
Need a medic.
Medic's too far away.
Great shot. Great shot. Great shot. Sorry. No.
Do.
Objective taken.
Yeah. Wonder about that. It would be funny if the access can take their own objective and hide it somewhere. They hide and seek
5
with it.
minutes, soldier. Go, go.
Oh.
Double kill. Killing spree. Double kill.
Danke, sir.
Double kill.
They have secured the first gold crate.
Oh. Oh no.
Hello. Triple kill. Danke. Pass.
Objective taken.
All right, let's end this damn thing.
Sorry. No. You're welcome. Sorry.
Holy crap.
Second gold crate returned.
Excellent.
Objective secure. Objective taken. They have taken the second gold crate.
Danke.
Double kill.
Let's go. Come on, we got 3 minutes.
Negative.
That Monty guy always comes in here. Must be a bot.
Danke. Fire in the hole.
Double kill.
Can't see.
Double kill.
Oops. Yeah, I didn't even see that guy.
Double kill.
Oh, open the door.
They have secured the second
Yay.
gold crate.
Okay. Well, yeah, as far as like other kind of jobs you can do in Japan, I guess you just would have to look on like Nabi Recruit or Rekunabi or Indeed or Hello Work is
preferable. But that, it's worth the trouble to look around for that stuff.